so much for joining me in Planet Crafter. Now, last episode we did a lot of busy work and a lot of chores. So this time I'm thinking we're going to do some more fun stuff. We're going to get some of the more fun machines. We're apparently in the fish stage and I don't have a single fish up, so let's get some of that going. The other thing is, I live here and that thing has been taunting me this whole time. And with that kind of a GTI going on up in the corner, I think it's definitely time we stick our head in there at some point. And maybe we'll get the third and final storyline piece kicked off as well. But first off, butterflies, because, oh man, we still don't even have that yet. So, even though the butterfly dome does negligible amounts of actual biomass and insect production versus the actual like little tiny butterfly farms you can toss around your place, I still want one. And I think it's gonna look kind of neat coming off the end of this thing. So let's slap together one of those real quick and we'll get to making some of the other fun machines. Well, slight oopsie. I realized that after I put down the new zeolite extractor, I kind of forgot to make that a supply. I guess when I was making all my lockers, I was trying to make a locker for every single resource that exists in the game, and I somehow forgot zeolite? I mean, unless I buried that locker somewhere, which... You know, I got a comment. They said something like, you know, what's the sense in lockers that you can't access? Well, it was supposed to be lockers for resources that I wouldn't need to access. So, let's see if I just completely screwed this up. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it is supplying. Whoops. Yes, there's a zeolite locker somewhere downstairs. Huh. Well, that's fine. I'll just make another one that's more readily accessible here, and, I'll make a bunch of stuff off of that. Boy, we're gonna need a whole lot of more drones, though. The other thing I kind of forgot when I was, you know, burying all those lockers down there, because I did things so crazy out of order, there's lower level machines that I'm gonna want from, you know, the more advanced trees like butterflies, like fish, like that, where they don't use the crazy rods. Like, yeah, sure, if I want to make a drill right now, it'd be, you know, super rods, osmium rods, you know, not even baseline ore resources. It's going to be just the highest end stuff. So I am going to need to have access to some of the more base resources as well. Oops. All right, so I'm just going to take these two in here for now, just so that I have something going on in this room. Although it is going to make this room a little on the bright side. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, you know what? Since we're doing butterflies this time, why don't we go for the final unlock area, the final storyline spot, and go get the golden butterflies. So that way I can at least have some golden butterflies hanging around the house here, and that'll really get the insects moving just the best that we possibly can right now. Because we got to play catch up on insects, like bad. Oh, hey, we got the superfood. That's cool. And actually, if we've got superfood and beehives, we've really got to keep an eye out for uncommon larvae, because that should probably be a high priority. I mean, we don't need the superfood. I've got, you know, beans. Beans are more than enough to sustain you. Although those two bean growers are still the level 1s, I kind of forgot to tear those down and make them into 2s. But we should be converting the superfood just for the resale value, just so that I can get the trade rocket moving as best I can, because some of those unlocks are really crazy expensive. Oh man, now? Like right now? When I'm right about to open the... I want all of that except for the flowers. Was that an uncommon? Oh, thanks. Oh. That was closer than I would have liked. I mean, thank you, but that was a lot closer than I would have liked. Man, I only brought a couple of squash out with me. My beans weren't done yet. Yeah, we're getting more and more tree seeds because I'm climbing the plant and biomass tree right now. But honestly, I mean, I've probably got enough tree spreaders right now. Oh, now we can make our own circuit boards. Making our own circuit boards and making our own superfood, those are going to be two of the big ones, because those are two of the top dogs for the resale. Oh, I was not expecting you. Wait, did you pop out of the meteor? All right, well, some of these I'm just not gonna be able to get. So let's just go find the door, which should be like right here somewhere. There we are. I always love this one. It's so crazy ominous the way that it drops like that. Yeesh, we're filling up on some inventory here. We haven't even set foot in the place. It also threw me off as so eerie that the second you get into one of their locations, your jetpack stops. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. I actually hadn't stuck my head in here since the newest update. There's a frog pond in the final Warden location. And I kind of wonder if that's got something special in it once we hit that stage. All right, I should probably hustle through this since I have exactly one squash on me right now. Now, I also thought that I remembered someone saying that you can get the pink ones in here. I thought that I saw somewhere either on Reddit or on Steam that someone had stood around for a little bit because, you know, the larvae on the ground still have a bit of an issue spawning in, right? I don't know what the hell was stuck on there. It was only moving me 1 foot at a time. They kind of like stood around for a little bit and they saw that the pink ones, like some of the more advanced butterfly generators, like the 600% or the 800%, that some of those were generating in. Which if that's the case, and you can get, you know, the high-end free ones and a couple of golden ones, and that means that this place is just the absolute gold mine for insect stage. Did I screw this up? Was I not supposed to be here? I thought there was... What did I do? Okay. That's bad. Well, I thought I could make that jump, and I could not. Well, as much as it sucks to be here and have to go home, I don't trust my food level, and I'm also awfully full, so I'm just gonna go home and dump off, and we'll be right back. Okay, round 2. Found a couple things along the way. Finished up with the pulsar meteor too. There's always one that I screw up, and I think it's always the water wheel one. This place always has a bunch of paths where it looks like, oh, this is a way that I can go, and that's a way that I can go. But no, that's not. Okay, it was this way. You idiot. Okay, now without dropping to your death. You know, I think one of these episodes I said, you know, dying to lack of air after you've already reached breathable atmosphere because you weren't paying attention underwater, that would be the most embarrassing way to die in this game. No, I think fall damage. You know, you get all the way to butterfly stage and fish stage, and God, I love this story. And all of that. And then you die to fall damage, and then you didn't have enough beans to recover your health. That would be the most embarrassing way to go. I love this place. Like, I just absolutely love this place so much. And I also love the dichotomy because, you know, just like any normal race or people, you know, you get differing opinions, you get differing values and different outlooks on the situation that you're in. And it's just that cool. All right, keep the Lerma. These ones, I can turn them into trees, but they'll turn into crappy trees. You know, the better the flower, the better the tree. If I'm even gonna make more trees. I'm not even sure if I'm making more trees at this point. We might be done with the tree stage. I think I still need explosive for something, but I don't remember what. All right, time to go home and, well, at least, at the very least, we'll get some water collectors down. Like the lake water collectors, not like water collectors. Water life collector, that's what it's called, isn't it? Anyway, we'll get butterflies moving. We'll get as many as we have access to. We'll try to get the DNA sequencer to get us up some bees, maybe get some bees moving as well. Because we don't have the farm yet. And I'd really like to tear everything off of the roof of the lab and just completely blast that place with farms. Because I'd like to get that lab completely cranked with storage underneath, food growth above, and then have that autocrafter basically just be able to make anything my little heart desires at any given moment. And I suppose this time we'll take a slower, more in-depth look at the final warden location than I did in the update video that I had posted. That one I was trying to avoid any kind of spoilers, but I guess in the playthrough, I don't really mind the spoilers because I assume that most people who are watching this have already gotten to that location and to that stage and have seen that animal or that whatever, you know. People know how to get the various unlocks that they want. Oh, hey. All right, check this out. I can actually access the back row. Never mind that it's, you know, the most convolute, ridiculous way ever. Wait, that's muted. No, there's a row behind it. Oh, I don't want the mutagen. There's silk. Okay, I can access. All right. Well, all is not lost, I think. All right. Well, once it stops raining, we're gonna go out and we're gonna throw down a whole bunch of water lake collector thingers. Probably a couple here and probably a couple in the waterfall. Just because this is, you know, my lake and my house, so I want to definitely make the most out of my zone. And the waterfall is super close, but also the two locations that are the closest to my house also have bonus eggs. So we want to get on that pretty quick too. I need like a titanium umbrella. All right, outstanding. Let's go get some of these done. Yeah, new tree seed. Nobody cares anymore. We're a little beyond that at this point, man. You screwed it up again, you absolute effing idiot. That's not the one that you needed. It's water life collector. Do I not have access to that? Wait a minute, I thought I already had access to that. What do I have unlocked and what do I not have unlocked? Okay, so I completely screwed up our plans today. Oh, nice. Now that is actually helpful. Where the hell is the damn water life collector thing? Because I thought I had that, and apparently I do not have that. There's lake water collector. Wait a minute, it's under oxygen. You're absolutely freaking kidding me. What? What goes in that damn rocket? I thought all the oxygen locks were undone. Oh, we're gonna go absolutely berserk on those. Locked behind oxygen. I swear I had every oxygen unlock. All right, well, episode 4 of me embarrassing the hell out of myself because I can't remember the damn unlock train. I swear I had every oxygen unlock. I have no idea how I managed this. Well, I guess I also kind of touched on it in one of the other episodes where I was just so hyper-focused on certain aspects of survival on the onset that my playstyle was a little weird. You know, playing in a hardcore where your food, your oxygen, your water all go crazy faster than normal, and playing in the crater where you've got, you know, really only access to 2 places to search off the bat. You know, it really, really adjusted how my early gameplay went, which then really kind of twisted up my progression tree as I went along. I've got one of the golden seeds processing over here. And then I've got, I think, 2 more over here. Yeah. So 1 processed, 1 is processing currently, and we've got 2 more. I'm just going to slap 3 more of the maxed out tree spreaders down. That'll probably be it for us for tree spreaders. Because the thing is, everything counts for biomass. You know, so once we get the insects going better, that's going to count for biomass. The plants are obviously going to count for biomass, but we're pretty well done with that. But once we get these things moving, that's going to count a ton for biomass as well. And speaking of which, we have got to get these uncommons converted to bees because we got to get those beehives moving as well. Where the hell did I put those uncommons? Oh, okay, I like this. See, this is why this developer is just so over the top great. They take what their player base says, they take the comments, they take the feedback, and they adjust things for the best player experience that they can provide. Which, good lord, I could go on an absolute rant about the developer of another favorite game of mine that does not do that. Yeah, for the longest time, the bee larva and the silkworm larva were the exact same recipe. And you'll see that there's a number of them that are. And you get like random happen chance onto what you're gonna get when you put in this combination. And then you can just, oh, I didn't get the color that I liked, or I didn't get the percentage that I liked, or whatever. Take it over to the recycler, take the stuff back out, and let me go try to re-roll. For the longest time, the silkworm and the bee were the same process, but they function so very differently. It's not like, oh, this guy's 230 and that guy's 250, so, oh, do I want to re-roll, or am I okay with, taking a slightly lower percentage here? They function wildly differently, and their purpose is wildly different. So great to see that change being made. That's very cool. It's funny, I set the autocrafter to make rockets, and it made a lot of rockets. I did not realize just how much Lerma we had to send into space. We're gonna have to kick all that out of here too. Oh crap, we're probably out of yeah, make that first then. Okay, I mean, the silk generator is nice, we do need it. Especially for the fancy advanced stuff. Can't wait to get that bed. Alright, well, I've got the resources for 3 of the tier 3 tree spreaders. I wanted 4 just because I have the 4 seeds already. My autocrafter is just not giving me the baseline level 1 bacteria. Now, I checked the water producers just around my house. They actually already have water in them. So if I had to hazard a guess, I probably am deficient on the algae spreaders right now. So that's probably a situation we're going to have to address here. I'm probably going to pile these up just a little clustered. I kind of don't want the whole crater to be just chock full of trees. I think aesthetically it'll drown out the cool stuff that's going on the island, which that island is now starting to grow on me now that I've changed my plan for how I'm setting up my base here. I completely forgot that I had all those tier 1 tree spreaders. That's fine. They can stay. I mean, they're not hurting anything. Once you're into generating power via pulsar quartz, it's like, okay, who gives a crap if something's being inefficient? You have any bacteria for me yet? Come on, man. Oh, hey, we can make fabric. Give me some frickin' bacteria. God damn it, I was not expecting there to be linchpins like this. Alright, well, let's get another couple of drones moving then. Alright, 5 more of these guys. And that should at least help out somewhat. Yeah, they're not even in there. They just immediately took right off. Well, I suppose in the meantime, we should probably get more lake water and more algae. Definitely more algae, because we seem to be hurting on that. Something serious right now. Alright, so picked up the resources for 4 of the tier 2 algae spreaders. I'm pretty sure all of my algae spreaders are level 1s for one thing. And for another, I don't think I have that many of them. So let's get over to our little waterfall area here. I want to toss them over here because the frame rate issue that I'm having here, I'm attributing it to the new recording software that I'm running. The previous one, it seemed to use a lot less resources. It wasn't as good, but it seemed to use less resources. So a lot of games that had 0 stuttering, 0 frame losses, etc. Now there's a little bit of computational errors going on. So, what are you? Oh, you are a tier 2. And you're a tier 2 as well. Okay, fantastic. Well, have some more. Have lots and lots and lots more. Now, there was a time when if you put them right on top of each other, that they didn't work out quite as well. Like, because you can put them right next to each other. I don't know if they fixed that, but I'm not going to leave it a chance. So I'm going to spread these guys out a little bit. Alright, that is a pretty absurd amount of algae growing over here, though. The water collectors, yeah, the big water collector at my lake and the smaller water collector at my house, they are both relatively full, so I don't think that yeah, we got more tree seeds. I don't care. So I don't think the water is quite our problem. I think algae and a lack of drones is really what our problem is. All right, so let's go see if that bacteria finally finished processing here. And we can get that last tree spreader up. And then we can start working on hopefully starting to get the butterflies moving. And then we'll check to see, because I have not seen the water life collector pop up yet. So I don't know what we're looking at for oxygen. But I still cannot believe I somehow borked the last of my oxygen here. Is there anything else that I thought that I had that I don't have? All right, that's all done. Great. That's all done. Fantastic. 155, that's coming along any second. And that last tree spreader is really going to help out with that. Provided that we now have the, there we go, thanks. Which, by the way, how awesome is that they fixed it? Look at that, they can get the algae now. Like, that is so crazy. They used to not be able to access the farms or the algae spreaders because they weren't listed or recognized as a container. Now they don't need to even have technically a container. They can just exist. You know, so I wonder, there's now algae that pops up naturally in the waterfall crater. So I wonder if they're capable of getting that algae for you as well. I'd basically have to tear down every single algae spreader I own in order to test that theory, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. At least not on a hardcore playthrough that I'm actually trying to succeed with here. Okay, next up, actually, the beehives. We'll get to the butterflies in a sec. Now, the beehives, I'd also like to get very, very close to that autocrafter if at all possible. Or we could do it here. I'm just trying to think forward about mass-producing superfood. Well, the farms above the biolab are going to be eggplant, mushroom, that kind of stuff. Things that make plastic, things that make fertilizer. We're not going to be putting beans up there, I don't think. So we could adjust this differently. Let me go get some iron, actually. All right, so I've got a little bit of a scaffolding thing slapped down here. What I'm thinking is if I can get a number of these beehives put together. Oh, that was unexpected. I knew it had to go outside, but I did not realize it had to go actually on dirt. Oh, look at the bees telling me to go touch grass. That's fine. We'll just, instead of setting it up to autocraft directly out of the beehive, we'll just set it to supply it. I've already got a place to demand honey anyway, so we can tell it to supply the bee larva out of here as well. Because we're definitely not going to need more than... yeah, we won't need even more than 4, I don't think. Oh, crap. I just realized there's 2 tiers of beehives as well. These are the ones that only have the one container set to them. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure these ones won't give you more... yeah, these are the ones that won't give you more bees. That's fine. When we unlock the tier 2, I'll probably just tear these down. And I think the tier 2 beehive only needs, what, like 2, maybe 3 of them anyway? So we've got 4 of them. That'll be enough to make at least 1, and then with that, we'll just snowball our way into, like, 4 of the tier 2s, maybe? And that should be fine. Alright, now we got a couple of good free butterfly larvae here. I've still got 1 more of the really fancy advanced pink ones, and we've got the 2 gold ones. So I, at the very least, would like to slap down 3 butterfly farms just to get the insects going at some kind of rate here. Yeah, because we're already at a ton for the insects. You know, that's nowhere near what we need to get some of the more advanced unlocks over here, but it's processing. You know, we're getting things going here. Oh, and we're very, very close to that outdoor farm. That is fantastic. Oh, crap, the outdoor farm needs more bees. Oh, crap, and the outdoor farm comes before the tier 2 beehive, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. All right, we will definitely need to pick up more uncommons as we see them then. Which is fine, because we're going to go on an exploration in a second here anyway, after we make a couple of butterfly farms. Oh, cool, we've got some new fish eggs. I don't have the water life collector yet, though. All right, so just so I don't completely smoke the frame rates here and make it, you know, a little too unwatchable. Aside from my own, you know, the stupidity and incompetence making... That makes it unwatchable enough as is. So we'll toss these on the other side. Because it seems like the moving objects is what it really struggles the most with. The bees, the butterflies, that kind of stuff. Especially if it's the really pretty ones, like the neon pink ones, or those metallic looking ones, that kind of stuff. God, they are pretty though. I love this game. Alright, so I guess that's about it that I'm going to do for the insects for now. I mean, eventually we'll be able to start launching some insect spreader rockets. Because once we get tier 2 bees, they not only produce an insane amount of honey, but they produce a pretty ridiculous amount of extra bee larvae, which, that's basically like if you had a grass spreader that was giving you free lerma seeds, you kick them into space. They're not doing you anything. I mean, speaking of which, we really could be, but our biomass is pretty out of control right now anyway. I mean, that's why we're getting unlocks that I don't have. Well, there's that. We need more bees, though. So, with that being said, we're going to go on an adventure. And this adventure, we need... I had one rogue oxygen canister. There we go. Give me that, and let me make another one. As I'm prepping for this trip, has anybody seen food just disappear out of your inventory? Because I came by one time, and both of these were ready. And I picked them both, and opened up my inventory, and I only had one bean. It was kind of weird. So, I don't know. Is there anybody noticing, food just sort of disappearing on them? Because I really don't want to go on some long-ass adventure with just eggplants in my pocket and that's it. I could chance it. I mean, most of what we're going to be doing is underground anyway. Oh, crap. I wanted a couple of water bottles too, though. Oh, is this thing full? It's not. Let me just get some water real quick. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Just let me have some frickin' water bottles, man. Well, okay, we did dramatically increase the amount of water or algae producers, so maybe it's time to get another water collector. Maybe that's something we can work on while it's Armageddon outside. I'm thinking one more of these should be more than enough. And then what I also think I might end up doing is I'll turn off the generation or the supply for the water collector that's up at my house. So that way that one will be just my own personal one. I mean, this guy only produces what, like 4 anyway? So if I lose this one for drone usage, then that's fine. To be perfectly honest, it's more annoying to have to fly all the way down to the shoreline to go get a drink than to just pop outside and hit my own personal water cooler. But if I fly, I can access the water cooler downstairs anyway. Oh, that's just fantastic. Also cool. We might want to check our power situation first. Oh, okay. All right, let's slap another one of those down real quick. Then we'll get maybe 2 each. I know that there's a ton of different since when? Wait a minute, what? I didn't... Really? Anything else I forgot to do? Anyway, as I was about to say and, show on the map, I know there's a number of different bodies of water that have special egg collection that you can do. There's the Mushroom River gives you some special eggs. The Paradise thing out near the desert there gives you some special eggs, but I think it should be okay with just the 2 here, the one at the base of the crater and the one in the waterfall. So I'll probably slap down 2 each of those, and then we can go on an adventure. All right, there's that. So that crisis is averted at least. Shit. I completely forgot that it required the silk. Well, we don't have enough uncommons for the bees that we want, and we don't have enough uncommons for the for the silkworms that we want. So F it, we're just gonna go on that adventure right the hell now. All right, so we've got oxygen, we've got food. We should be able to get through this place unscathed, for the most part, provided I don't spend too long reading things. The only issue is it takes... Oh yeah, see, that's what's up. There is just so much good stuff in here. And when I ran through it for the update video, I wasn't taking any of this stuff because I was, pretty well off to begin with. But this is likely going to take a couple of trips. Just because there's just too much stuff that I don't want to pass up, Especially since I'm hitting this at a nice high TI. So all these blue chests are going to be really stacked. Alright, so I'll probably grab this one last chest that's in here, and then we'll call it... Oop. Actually, we might call it just because it's so damn dark. I was hoping to do this in the daylight. There should be one more in here somewhere. I'm sure if it were lighter, I'd be able to see it and jump right out at me, but... Well, what the hell? I would have sworn there was one more back here. Oh, uncommon. All right, well, there is one pretty readily accessible right here. If you turn the wrong way, actually, you can snag it pretty quick and easy. Just trying to remember what the wrong way is. Nope, that's the right way. If you see that clearly artificial, man-made scaffolding stuff, then you know you're going the right way. Yeah, so if you go the wrong way, you find a chest. All right, so we can get out of here, dump off a whole bunch of our winnings, and then we'll come back and properly explore this place. This was an amazing addition. I'm absolutely in love with the way that they put this thing together. Ooh, I missed one. I'll be back for you too. You know, even with the flashlight, I mean, I'm rocking the tier 2 flashlight now, but even with the flashlight, it's very easy to miss things when you're traveling in the dark, at least. The tier 2 flashlight, it's brighter, but it's not farther. And that's actually kind of what I would prefer to have. You know, because the tier 2 flashlight, it's almost too bright. Like when you're standing close to something, you know, especially something reflective, like you can see how blinding that can get, you know, if it's bouncing off of something white like that. I would actually prefer it to have more distance than more illumination, I guess, you know? Oh, there it is. See, I knew there was one back here. Damn it. Yeah, the things that you miss in the damn dark. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna get way crazy full before I reach the end of this thing. That's fine. Maybe we'll just have to make 3 trips, because everything that's down here is really that good. But I was actually hearing a little bit of flack and blowback about the location of this. Like, people didn't like that it was in the crater because they thought that it was kind of nerfing the difficulty of the crater. I guess, you know, because there are a ton of chests in here. So if you ran through this place and searched it at an early TI, then, you know, I guess you could get a lot of space food and stuff out of it. I love this thing. And I love that they put in like a contention. Like there's an alternate counterculture within the Wardens that is like, well, maybe we're not ready to hang it up. Maybe we're not ready to just end our entire civilization just because, you know, some of us are ready to just call it quits. Not all of us are. And that dichotomy, you know, it really shows just how similar they are to us, you know? I mean, they've already canon explained that, you know, physically and biologically we're damn near identical. Like, we look exactly like them. I don't know, it's just neat. But anyway, I've heard people say that it nerfs the location. And I guess you could rate it at an early stage, but the other thing is, you know, risk reward. At that early stage of the game, your oxygen deprivation is insane. Your food and water are negligible. For you to walk all the way up here, and then, you know, you don't have a jetpack, so you can't fly down. You'd have to actually jump and traverse your way down that cliff and find your way back up. You know, that's an incredibly high risk for, you know, your reward is going to also be risky. Are you going to actually get the food that you're banking on, that you're going to spend your trip coming out here for? You know, I don't know. I don't think it nerfs it too terribly much. I just love this. I just love that there's wardens that are not on board, you know? Unfortunately, because I'm not actually in the frog stage, I don't think the golden frogs are gonna pop in. You know, I was all worried about the inventory space. I don't think there's a golden chest in here, is there? I don't know why. For some reason, I assumed that there was going to be. Yeah, so I think your primary reward for coming through here is incredible lore. You know, totally struck me out of left field the first time I saw it. Lore. And the golden frogs, which I can't have yet. Oh well. All right, let's get the hell out of here then. It also struck me as odd that you can't have that osmium. You know, they had this whole osmium shrine put up, and you can't have it. Like, I wonder if that's supposed to have some sort of significance. You know, I just noticed there's a bunch of ladders that... Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. This isn't Warden stuff. This is our stuff. Wait, what the hell is this? Wait, there's a terminal over here? Oh, wow, it's our crater guy. So holy crap, so the crater guy actually found his way down here. And here I was saying, you know, oh, it'd be a high risk to get down here. That's amazing. It's also amazing this guy built this hell of a structure. Nice job, Icarus. Ooh, uncommon. And I will definitely take those circuit boards. And sorry, Icarus, I'll also take anything else you have that's not nailed down. Okay, we're honestly starting to run low on oxygen. Oh, you know, don't mind me just sorting through my inventory while I'm slowly suffocating. Oh, damn, there is too much stuff to take home right now. The only reason I even stopped there was because I saw the ladders on my first run through, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then it just dawned on me, like, wait a minute, that's not the kind of ladders the Wardens use. They use wooden everything. I can't believe that even existed there. Like, how did I miss that the first time? So damn, Icarus, you crawled your way through all of this. Because he started out way the hell out in the desert. And then he crawled his way west, made it through that cave somehow. Yeah, he would have had to have gone through the Zeolite cave, right? In order to get here, and then he built down at the bottom, then he built up on the top. Man, I'm actually really kind of sorry he didn't make it. Dude sounds like one hell of a warrior. What the hell is all this? Alright, I think I got the last of everything that I want to snag out of here. Time to go before we suffocate. Damn, Icarus, that was impressive. I did not, by any stretch of the imagination, expect to find planet crafter structures and materials down here. Now, he may have been able to get down there, but given that I don't know if he reached jetpack technology, I don't like his odds on being able to get back out of there. I don't know. Maybe we didn't hear the last of him. I really, really hope not. Alright, so we've got the biomass moving at a serious clip. We do finally have insects at least processing. But my god, do we have a whole ton more stuff to build. Gotta get more uncommon so we can get more bees. We gotta get the farms going. We gotta get a whole lot more automation going because there's a ton more machines that we gotta get going. We also have to get the water life collectors because we don't have a single one of those, and oh wow, we also need uncommons to get the silkworms because we have 0 cloth and 0 silk whatsoever. That's gonna end it for this one, but good lord, we have a lot to do in the next episode. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Planet Crafter, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is 7. Bye.